Hello everyone, welcome to day 30 of the May Painting Challenge. I have here the starts of my hive crone for the Tyranids. It's a lot of wing. It's a pretty big model. Takes quite a while to paint these wings. There's just a lot of surface area. You got to make sure the paint goes on pretty evenly, or else it really shows poorly. I still have to do the arms and stuff, but when I was doing some other wings, I had a lot of mixed way too much paint. It was like, well, I might as well just do these. So I got his wings done, which is awesome. So today's question is, what was the best part of the challenge? Without question, it's the encouragement and the people in the community. They just rule. Awesome. Couldn't have done it without them. Watching their progress kept me going, even though I wasn't really leaving too many comments and I've watched a whole bunch of videos. I just didn't really have the time to focus on what they were doing beginning to end. So once the month is done, I'm gonna go back, start watching some videos, go on the Google Plus page and just see some of the pictures and stuff of people that aren't on YouTube. I haven't really spent too much time on the forums or the Google group page. I did my YouTube channel, but that was pretty much it. So yeah, that's where that is. So moving on, I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I will be doing the next month or two. Well, first up, I'm going to show my nephew decided he wanted to play Tyranids. So, let's see if I can pick them up. This is the test scheme for his Tyranids. It's a little bit of a mess on his body there, but he's going with a really dark armor and a really light skin, but turned out really good. This is actually the one I did really quick just to show him, but he's in the works of getting his done, so hopefully he'll have a bunch soon. Also, I've talked about it a little bit before. I'm having a mega battle when my friend comes back into town. 10,000 points per player. We've decided on that number. We're not using any super heavies, so it's just force organization chart for the most part. We're allowing allies, fortification, stuff like that. I have one Forge World model because I'm going to convert up the Demi-Charon. And then I have a couple formations, and that's it. He's bringing, I think he said 83 Space Marine Terminators. And because he's playing Dark Angels, they're all troop choices, so they all have objectives secured. So I'm just going to quickly go over some of the stuff I have in my list. What do I have? See if I can find something quick to put down in front of the camera. Give a little Hormigaunt that I'm working on. Zoom in on him for you. There we go. That way there's something on the screen for you. So for HQs, I have a Winged Hive Tyrant, or two Winged Hive Tyrants, a Swarm Lord, Old One Eye, Death Leaper, and a Tyranid Prime, which thanks to the May Painting Challenge are now complete. For troop choices, I have 30 Termagants, I have a Tervigon, 30 more Termagants, a Tervigon, the Children of Kryptus, which is the Broodlord and 8 Gene Stealers from the starter box that came with Blood Angels. I have 3 squads of 10 Gene Stealers with an additional Broodlord. I have 4 squads of 5 Ripper Swarms. For fast attack, I have 3 squads of 20 Gargoyles, a Hive Crone, 5 Raveners plus the Red Terror, another conversion I'm doing, 3 Tyranid Shrikes, just a small squad, the Demi-Charon, and heavy support, I have 3 Carnifexes and a single Brood. I have 2 Tragon Primes, a Maulock, and an Exocrine in the Spore Pod. Then for elite, I have 3 hive guard, 3 squads of zone thropes. One of them has a neurothrope, which is the upgraded character, and I have 2 squads of 3 venom thropes. For my formations, I have the endless swarm, which is 3 squads of 20 hormagaunts. These guys here. I have gargoyle heads on them, in case you're wondering. Just gives them that more of a charging forward look. I have 2 squads of 20 termagants and 3 warriors. The formation means when the entire squad is destroyed on a 4+, they go into ongoing reserves and then come on next turn. I have the synaptic swarm, which is a Tyranid prime, 3 squads of 3 Tyranid warriors. And then I have 2 of the spore field formations. Oh, the synaptic swarm increases their synapse from 12 to 18. The spore field is 3 muculid spores, which are the ones that come with the drop pod, and 3 groups of spore mines. I'm taking them all in minimum, so 3 muculids and 9 spore mines total, and I'm taking 2 of those formations. Then for fortifications, I have the Fortress of Redemption, which is a big one, the Bastion, and an Aegis defense line. As my Imperial Guard allies or Genestealer cult, I have Commissar Yerrick, which I'm just going to change the name and just use his stats. A Primaris Psyker level 2. I have a squad of 3 Basilisks with heavy bolters. And I have a squad of 2 Lehman Russ battle tanks with heavy bolters. I have a command squad with consisting of 5 models with 20 catechins as a troop choice. And I have 2 of those squads. Then I have 10 snipers and the Calixus assassin. And that actually totals 10,000 points exactly. Now there's a couple upgrades. I didn't go over, my gaunts and stuff. This guy, he's got his little poison sacks, so they can wound guys on 4s instead of 5s or worse. So that's the list I'm bringing. The table is one of my big projects over the next couple months. I don't even know if it'll be fully complete by the time he gets here. Actually, I'm just gonna... This has nothing on the back of it. Just gonna keep zooming out. Back the camera up just a little bit. Alright, so this is just a quick little sketch. Hopefully you'll be able to see it alright. So if we have our table, this is kind of difficult with the camera in front of me, but bear with me. Okay, so there's your standard table. You have, your legs for the table going down too. They're not really important, but so there's your table. I'm doing a textured top. I'm doing pink insulation foam pink insulation foam as the top, so it's fairly lightweight but still gives a textured tabletop. So that's going to be the main table. Then I'm building terrain pieces that are kind of like an upside down mountain. So I'll just kind of like that. Goes down, out, like that. So it looks kind of like a cup, except the top is going to be flat and straight. And there'll be, so see if I can do this from a better view. And it'll kind of go in like that. It's kind of like a 3D view So this would be the top, and then down part would be there, and then the base. And then have like a waterfall kind of up here, pooling down, and then into like a pond down here. And then they go across the table. So if we look at the table this way, get the legs in there. We'll even add in the extras. They kind of go like that. We have a whole bunch of them. So it's kind of like that. Then what I want to do is put a second table on top, so that those are pillars holding the table up. So in this case, we would have just dotted lines just to show height. So we have our next table here like this. And then we would have like holes in it like that. So it's kind of like you got to walk around them. But at the same sense, if you're looking downwards, because that would be wide like that. So these would have their little kind of like that. So you can set up your little table here. There's your little tower, and then you have my army could be set up here. His army would be set up over here. My army would also be down here on this side. His would be down here on this side. And then if you had jump infantry or skimmers, they can go down the holes and then onto this table with no penalty. So yeah, so I have a whole bunch of interactivity. So you can stand at the edge over here and shoot down, and hand units can't really get to you. And then to make things a little simpler, or not simpler, but more usable, we're having teleporters. So there'll be like one teleporter here, one here, and then down below there'll be one here, and one here. So it's kind of evenly matched. And then they'd be numbered 1 to 6. So you can teleport to different areas. That way ground troops on the bottom can still interact up top. We're doing 10 turns total instead of the normal maximum 7, and start rolling after turn 5. So we're doing a set 10 turns. We're also doing objectives on, oh, my camera's kind of not liking where it's at. They'll be numbered 1 to 6 on the top and 1 to 6 on the bottom. And we're just going to do the maelstrom, so drawing cards and stuff. And a whole bunch more details on that when the time comes. And yeah, so that's a big project to do, doing the 2 tables and the little floating mountain things. But the floating mountain things, so go like that, just kind of show it like that. I'm going to have a little cave entrance here. This is going to be the little mountain cave area for the storyteller, and they get the engines to get it to lift up so it's floating. So that will be used as one of the pillars, the upside down ones. And then the rest will be similar but won't have guns or anything on it, because the storyteller, oh, my camera's sliding. The storyteller fitted his out with a whole bunch of guns and stuff so it can protect Hobbiton from the air if need be. Oh, just gonna hold the camera now. So that's a huge project I'm doing. So yeah, that's it for today, and see you tomorrow.